what can we do to be sustainable? What can we do to change the way we live?
À un certain moment, on va être assez nombreux à avoir changé pour qu'il y ait un changement collectif qui s'opère avec peut-être beaucoup moins de violence.
I think insecurity is a symptom, is a symbol of the fact that change is possible.
El cambio está aquí en uno para poder hacer el cambio a la sociedad.
We Love Future gives positive informations and alternatives to build the world of tomorrow. We all know around us people or friends who have changed everything in their lives. But what does this big change look like? We travel to the Amazon, crossroads of ancient cultures and land of biodiversity. There we met adventurers and actors of change. From their stories, we will try to give the keys for real change. We go to meet our first changemaker. Paul Macaulay is a Christian brother who works with indigenous communities and helps them to cope with their changing environment.
I believe very much in evolution. I believe very much in process, but that will come with its own tremendous ups and tremendous downs. And I think those probably crises are going to bring about those moments of, wow, something's got to change. I've got to change, we've got to change. It's not going to be political at all. It's going to be a wake-up call on an individual level. And things in individual people's life, or maybe occasionally spiritual events, or even an environmental event, may be enough to give the flip of the coin, to move people on, or move an individual on sufficiently to say, hang on, all the bits I had put together, they don't fit together now. Something's out of place. And that bit out of place will be a call for some sort of change in the paradigm. The paradigm has to change. We're more enslaved now than ever. We're enslaved by an economic system. We're enslaved by a political system that's tied to the economic system. And we're enslaved by spiritual systems that basically domesticate people to another system of power.
Pour moi, le principal obstacle, ce sont les peurs.
Our next meeting is with Julie. She studies the main changes of humanity.
Les peurs du manque, les peurs de la mort. D'ailleurs, le système joue beaucoup et appuie là-dessus, sur la peur du manque. C'est ce qui fait que les gens ne s'écoutent peut-être pas assez et ne cheminent pas vers ce qu'ils sentent. Parce qu'il y a une espèce de brainwashing par rapport à la peur de manquer d'argent, peur de perdre son conjoint, donc peur de la mort ultimement, puisque c'est la plus grande peur que l'on porte. C'est plus facile de se laisser porter par la vision dominante qui nous amène une espèce de mode d'emploi, de comment voir le monde, de comment consommer le monde, de comment être au monde.
C'est dur, c'est très dur quelquefois de changer.
Here is Paulita, a retired teacher. Before settling down in the Amazon, she tried many different careers in various different continents.
De se jeter dans un nouveau truc, ça fait peur. Ça fait peur. Et pourtant, tu sais quelque part au fond de toi qu'il faut changer. dans ma vie, je me suis rendu compte que finalement, les gens autour de toi, les événements autour de toi, ils t'aident beaucoup. Ils te poussent au bord du gouffre. Et tu dis, je veux pas. Pouf, t'es tombé. Et puis bon, puis quand tu te redonnes, tu dis, oh, mais j'ai rien cassé, non, ça va, c'est bon. Et tu recommences. Et donc la prochaine fois, tu dis, ouais, mais la dernière fois, j'ai eu peur, mais finalement, ça servait à rien. Et puis tu sautes.
Fear is what blocks movement. Fear is what blocks having the audacity to take another step forward, to try something, to keep going, to forgive somebody, to try again. Fear is the big danger.
We met another change maker. Peter orientates people who are in search of shamanistic tourism, and he accompanies them with their own path.
Yeah, in the beginning it's always hard to look at yourself and to realise that that you create all of it. If you don't realise you create all of it, then you can't change it. For me, the first time I realised that, I thought, oh, it's so beautiful because I have a way out of this. I can change it if I created it. It's like, getting into a plane. Gradually, you climb up through the clouds and eventually, you see the clear sky, the sun. This is who you are.
But standing in your true nature is challenging.
We arrived at David Slocum's place. He is a nutritionist who runs a renowned healing centre in Iquitos.
If you've got a group of friends or a society and you start saying you're seeing something differently, a lot of people have resistance because they're afraid of losing their friends, let's say, or not being accepted into a club. What others think, that's probably one of the biggest things humans have difficulty with. They're not going to accept me. Now, most people want to make a change and don't know what to do, and there's a little song and dance with it. But the way the human system is designed, a nervous breakdown is the best thing that could probably happen to them.
Souvent, ça vient d'une crise existentielle ou d'un malaise, d'une dichotomie ressentie. Entre ce que je sens et ce qu'on me présente comme étant le réel, il y a une différence. Ensuite, les crises de la vie qu'on va vivre, qu'on va être amené à vivre, ces différentes crises, pour sortir du malaise, finalement, vont te pousser à trouver des réponses autres. Puisqu'en fait, tu n'as pas les réponses, le système ne t'amène pas les réponses qui peuvent te permettre d'être mieux.
Discover what gives you energy, not what gives him energy or him. What gives you energy. And get in touch with that and then use that and flow on that. I think that's going to be the key issue. And that'll decide the pace of change as well.
We follow our journey, searching for the keys to change. We discovered that the greatest obstacle is fear. Fear of facing others, for example. This is why it is difficult to follow our own path off the beaten track. We have a meeting with Luis Kulkiton on his organic farm located in the heart of the jungle. He practices permaculture, a system of cultivation in harmony with nature. He is also a recognized shaman, a specialist of the potential that lies within each of us.
Para mí, la tecnología está aquí en el bosque, está en la naturaleza. Ahí está la tecnología, pero tenemos que ser muy observadores. Porque si no entramos en la técnica de la naturaleza, no vamos a cambiar. Porque vamos a querer solamente dominar al mundo con insumos químicos. Eso es lo que se está pasando ahora. como seres humanos o como personas, tienes que ser un poco loco, en verdad. Porque si no, no hay creatividad, si no hay ingenio, si no hay motivación. Tienes que ser un poco loco, no muy loco, solamente poco loco, nada más para poder descubrir muchas cosas que está toda la mano, que nosotros no despertamos.
In order to change, we have to be a bit mad somewhere. As well as creative, we have to get closer to what we like. Here are some of the practical solutions to get there.
First, you got to stop doing what's making you sick. And if somebody wants to change, they got to stop something in their lifestyle. Drinking alcohol, whatever it might be, junk food, porno, TV, whatever this low vibration stuff is. Stop doing that. And then clean the body out, and then get proper nutrition in it. You know, let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. And this is 2,000 years ago.
Te alimentas bien y eso es lo que eres.
Mariella is David's assistant. Between indigenous and Western culture, she gives us her perception on change.
Te alimentas sano, cambia tu aura, las energías cambian, tu actitud a la vida cambia también hacia los demás, hacia nuestra sociedad, ¿no? Y creo que el cambio está aquí en uno para poder hacer el cambio a la sociedad.
There's two different things that I think are really important to balance.
Evan is an American psychologist. He came to the Amazon to enlarge his conception of change.
You know, here you get the message of surrender, accept, allow, let go. And that's important, but I think that's only half of the road to change. I think the other half is knowing when to be active and assertive, and even use tools like anger. You know, anger is a human emotion that we can't deny, and we need to build a relationship with it.
I think the most important thing is to be happy with your insecurities. So find a lifestyle, find your techniques, your strategies for living insecure. Not dangerously insecure, but insecure in the sense that you don't really know. You don't even know if what you're doing is finally worth anything. But at the moment, you've got a basic indications that it's worth keeping going. I think insecurity is a symptom, is a symbol of the fact that change is possible. Because if there's security, then why change? You know, what's the call for change?
Yo tengo fe que va a cambiar. Yo tengo fe que va a comenzar a entender la humanidad en forma de sensibilidad y amor y romper el miedo. Tres cosas fundamentales para poder cambiar.
It is by individual actions that the biggest changes occur. Our change is gradual, slowly but surely. Change happens when we are open to it.
Change.
Changement.
El cambio.
Change.
Changement.
Cambio.
Change.
Change.